What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a chat about a bunch of stuff that's gone and been revealed for the One Piece card game, a bunch of promo cards and events and all kinds of fun things. But I think we need to start off with what is going to be given away if you make the top 4 of Treasure Cups this November. Serial Roanoa Zoro. Leader Roanoa Zoro. Now, my first thought when I saw this was, hang on a second. Leader cards aren't usually the serial cards. Carry the cards, and then I went, hang on a second. That's not what I'm thinking of, because we did have the very first serial card was, of course, your leader Luffy. But by the time we got to the serial Luffy, nobody was playing that Luffy anymore. So it's kind of easy to forget that that was a thing. Well, now we've got a leader that absolutely is seeing a huge amount of play right now and is a very big deal. Apparently it's out of 600 and it is just the Zoro leader from OP-12. The thing is, right now, the Zoro from OP-12 is, I think it's one of the best leaders in the game right now. There's different ways to actually try and count exactly what the best leader is, but it's certainly, you know, I would put it as a top 3 leader up there with like Bonnie and Blue Purple Luffy. Like, it is that good. It is seeing a huge amount of play. So yeah, you better believe people want this, not just because it's Zoro and it's cool, but actually to play in their deck. Because if you're getting a serial character card, you're not going to put 3 or 4 of them in your deck most of the time. That's a bit silly. Getting a serial leader, putting it in a hard case, and actually using it to play with, yes. One of the cool things about leaders is you only need one of them, and it just goes to the side. You don't ever shuffle it into your deck, so you can have it in a nice protective case. You can actually play with them without risking damage to the card. Of course, we do have the alternate art from OP-12 that was the booster pack artwork. But, yeah. I think this serial one might be a bit cooler. And the fun thing is, there are going to be a bunch of people who are going to win Serial Zoro playing OP-12 Zoro, which is kind of awesome. Love this. Huge fan. Having serial leaders, I really enjoy. Having serial leaders that see a bunch of play, I think is even better, because people really are going to want to pick these up. Elsewhere in November in the Treasure Cup, the top 8 is a Sanji we've seen before, the top 16 is the Tashigi, and the top 64 is the Luffy. For what it's worth, though, the Sanji is the one from OP-10 that sees a huge amount of play, 6k on your turn, and you get to draw a card when it's KO'd. The Tashigi is the one that sees a huge amount of play, because you get to rest one of your opponent's characters of a cost of 6 or less, base cost, and then give free rested Don to your Zoro leader. Yes, it sees a lot of play in Zoro. So, yeah. Also, the Luffy from OP-12, not too shabby. But the point is, these are cards that are already seeing play, especially the Sanji. So, these are cool prize cards. We like these. These make us a little bit happy. You know what else makes me happy? OP-13. I've been telling you guys for a while now that OP-13 is going to be the best set we've ever seen. And I don't think that's particularly like controversial or anything. OP-13 as a set, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be an absurd set. I mean, it is in Japan. It's out in Japan. It's going to be an absurd set over here. It is an absolute monster of a set. But apparently everything we know about the set being amazing wasn't enough. Apparently we needed a little bit more. Well, okay, then fine, we've got a little bit more. The Treasure Pack Campaign. Buy a box of OP-13 and get a Treasure Campaign Pack. Oh, that's kind of awesome. Now, as a fun little side note, it starts on October the 31st. The actual release date is November the 7th. So what that means is if you buy a box at pre-release, because you can buy one box at pre-release, if you buy a box at pre-release, you will actually then be able to get this, which is actually kind of awesome. I really appreciate that. And there's 7 cards. Now, I did a video about these the other day. They are manga-style event cards, one for each of the 3 brothers. And then we've got kind of monochrome versions of the 3 brothers with a second Luffy, because, come on, it's Luffy. For what it's worth, I have actually ordered all 7 of these cards from Japan, because they're stunning. I love them. They're really cheap in Japan. To be fair, I really wanted the event cards. They look phenomenal. But the characters were like 100 yen each. What am I going to do? Not buy them? Nah, mate, that's ridiculous. So I picked these up. These are awesome. When you get a pack, you get 3 cards in your pack. Oh, hang on a second. There's a serial Luffy available? No, unfortunately not. I've seen a bunch of people saying it's a serial Luffy. It's not a serial Luffy. It looks like a serial numbered card. It has very much the appearance of a serial numbered card. You know, put it back next to the serial Luffy I showed you earlier in the video. It's got the design of a serial numbered card. It's not serial numbered. It doesn't say it is on the advert we've got. And it doesn't look like it is on the advert we've got. And also in Japan, it was a very cool card. It was a flagship battle card. But it wasn't a serial numbered card over in Japan. Add that all up together, and it's actually not a serial numbered card. It's just an incredibly rare card. We don't know what the pull rates are like here, but, you know, we can read between the lines. There are 8 cards available, but 7 of them look the same in a group together. One of them looks more special and is out to the side with a little bubble saying, if lucky, a special Luffy card may even be in your pack. I think we add that all together and we go, okay. The pull rates for this Luffy are going to be quite low, which is fine. It's just kind of out there. Oh, what's that? OP-13? Still not exciting enough. How about the 3rd anniversary event? They're doing a 3rd anniversary event. Check out the winners cards. Oh, we like these, ladies and gentlemen. We like these very much indeed. What we've got here are 3 alternate art cards that, again, we have seen over in Japan. I would forgive you if you forgot what these are. Now, these were mail-away promos that were released in Shonen Jump, but they're very, very special cards. They are cards drawn by other manga artists. Now, for me personally, it's the Sabo, because the Sabo is drawn by the person who did The Promised Neverland. Yeah, Posca Demizu. Just phenomenal. Love that manga, so big fan of that. Love the artwork, it's awesome. But then we've also got Luffy, who is done by the artist of Black Clover, Yuki Tabata. And then we've also then got the Ace, who is drawn by the person who did Food Wars, Shunseki. So, look, brilliant cards. Love these cards. Ridiculous fan of these cards. And we do this every so often. The reason, if anybody's wondering, is One Piece is actually published in the magazine Shonen Jump, which has a bunch of offshoot magazines as well. And basically, there are a bunch of manga in the same book every, couple of weeks, month, depending on what it is and how it's published. But the point is, there are a bunch of mangaka who do all work in the same place, in the same book. So why would we not do crossovers here? That makes perfect sense to me. Love this. Big fan. Hope they do way more of this in the future. By the way, this is a 3rd anniversary event. Expect it to take the place of the pre-release, because this is generally what happens. The anniversary events essentially supersede the pre-release. And I love this. They go on for a lot longer. October the 31st to November the 20th. And I adore these cards. And I want many more of them. Now, I did tell you about the Treasure Cup earlier, but how about the prizes for the Store Treasure Cup? That same Tashigi that you get for top 16 at a regular Treasure Cup. A Store Treasure Cup is a top 4. Top 16, as long as there's 64 players, gets a Gold Don. And then the winner, there is a Sabo. It's a reprint, actually, of OP-13 Sabo, which is quite cool. But they are all cards that are available. The Sabo's got a blocker, and activate main once per turn. One of your characters gets +2 cost till the end of your opponent's next turn, and then give a rested Don to one of your leaders. It's cool. It's a cool card. That's what you can get at Store Treasure Cups. And this is a lot to get excited about. We've got ourselves a bunch of prize cards, including the Serial Roanoa Zoro, which is absurd. We've got the Treasure Campaign Pack for OP-13, including that special Luffy, which is kind of amazing. And then we got that 3rd anniversary event going on with the cards that are drawn by other mangaka, which is just wonderful. I love this. I'm a big fan. But I have told you everything you need to know. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of this. Tell me what you're hyped about. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @LeWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching What's He Plays.